It seems to me the question that we should be asking is what is in Mr. Putin's mind when he considers what his options are for dealing with the situation that has been created, with which he's confronted, being created by Netanyahu. Because quite clearly this is the handiwork of Mr. Netanyahu. And I would have thought that Mr. Putin, when he weighs up his options, would have in mind his highest priority. His highest priority is Ukraine. He needs the war in Ukraine. He wants victory, but war will do. And there's a startling parallel here, I think, between Netanyahu and Putin, who understand each other very well. Very well. They have a close relationship. Netanyahu has been, to some degree, reliant on Putin. Every time he's faced an election, he has gone to Moscow first to seek Mr. Putin's support, because between 1/4 and 1/3 of Israel's population are Russians, and they support Mr. Netanyahu. So there's a strong understanding there. And I would think that Mr. Putin probably has a kind of begrudging respect for Netanyahu because, well, they think along the same lines. Might is right. Mr. Putin is bent on subjugating Ukraine. He said only last week, not for the first time, that Ukraine is ours. And as we know, Mr. Netanyahu believes that Gaza is his. And, you know, it's an ill wind that brings no one any good. And Mr. Putin can, I think, take some comfort in the fact that whatever happens, the oil price will rise.
Yeah.
And that will help him to fund his war against Ukraine at the very time when the Russian economy appeared to be struggling. That's very good news for him. And his other priority, of course, has to be to ensure that he does nothing to upset any of the members of the phalanx of autocrats who are supporting him against Ukraine, that phalanx being Xi Jinping, Donald Trump, Bibi Netanyahu, Viktor Orban, possibly Modi in India. So, you know, he's got many balls in the air and he has to juggle them. Oh, and one final point that's very important is that Mr. Putin, of course, is seeking to present himself as the kind of natural ally of the global south. Yeah. Now, Iran is a Muslim country. Mr. Putin has put a great deal of effort into courting the Indonesians and the Malaysians and other Muslim countries. So he'll have to tread very carefully, but I think that all comes down to the fact that he will present himself as an honest broker, supporting peace, only too happy to offer himself as a mediator in negotiations, but other than that, he will do nothing.
It's intriguing, isn't it, all the dynamics of it. Given that Trump is in the White House and some will say he has rolled over somewhat to Putin, could Putin end up taking any credit that there is for a de-escalation here?
I find that hard to envisage because I can't see what Mr. Putin can offer Mr. Trump in return for making, as it were, offering such a deal. This game is Trump's and Netanyahu's. I would have thought Putin, of course, knows Trump very well. He understands Trump, you know, this grotesque man-child geriatric who finds himself in the Oval Office, just as Netanyahu understands Trump very well. And they would both appreciate that one needs to tread carefully with so unpredictable a personality. And Mr. Putin, the last thing he would want would be for Mr. Trump to perceive that somehow or other Putin is, as it were, trespassing on his turf. This is his deal to make, not Mr. Putin's.
A thought on the Strait of Hormuz. Apparently Marco Rubio has been saying that China could perhaps help facilitate the keeping open of the Strait of Hormuz, but it is crucial to everyone. Who has the key to get the benefit out of keeping Iran from blocking the Strait of Hormuz? Could China do it? Can Russia do it?
I'm afraid I can't put myself into the mind of Xi Jinping. In Putin's case, anything that raises the price of oil on global markets is a great plus for him. So from his viewpoint, closure of the Straits of Hormuz would in fact be advantageous. So I can't see him somehow or other trying to insert himself to prevent that happening. However, it seems fair to assume that one person with whom he is coordinating whatever he's going to do or not do is with Xi Jinping. That de facto alliance of sorts really matters to him a great deal, because Xi Jinping is now his main backer in the war in Ukraine. We now know that collaboration between the Chinese and the Russians on military technology is quite intimate now, and it's moved from actual munitions to drone technology. So I would have thought that Putin, on the question of closure of Straits of Hormuz, Putin will play his game very carefully assessing where the advantage lies for him in one or other course of action.